Hi everyone, welcome back to Subscription Unboxing. Today I'm going to be unboxing one of my favorite subscriptions ever, CoachCrate. CoachCrate is a monthly subscription where you receive a book and some materials related to your personal development based on a theme of the month. Right now, CoachCrate is a monthly subscription. However, they are switching to a quarterly model, which means they will be shipping every quarter rather than every month. And instead they will be including some more in-depth materials, some more gifts, and I think 2 topics within the quarter versus like 1 topic every month. For more information on their quarterly switch, I will post a link down in the comments below, as well as if you're interested in signing up, I will also post another link where you can sign up and save some money. Let's get into the box. The topic for this month is rejection. And inside there is a book about rejection called Rejection Free by Scott Allen. It says how to choose yourself first and take charge of your life by confidently asking for what you want. As you can see, this is a little bit of a lighter read here. I think there's only about maybe 200 pages. Yeah, not even 148 pages. So this is a pretty quick read for people who take a little bit longer to read and go through the material. I think it's good that this book is a little bit shorter because rejection can be a heavy topic as you work through some of the ways you've been rejected in the past and you move forward towards kind of finding a way to cope with it and even embrace rejection in certain circumstances. So I think that it's great that this book is a little bit thinner this month. In addition to the book, we get here a CoachCrate condensed coaching plan, as well as a regular coaching plan. I think I've described this in a previous video when they started doing this. Essentially, the condensed coaching plan is for when you're short on time that month. Here's the bare minimum activities to complete. If you have a little bit more time in the month or you want to delve deeper into the topic, you can do the regular coaching plan here. There's also another card here and it says tips for facing rejection, and there is a little worksheet kind of thing on the back, as well as our fancy dancy book guide. Again, this one's a little bit smaller because the book's a little bit thinner this month, but these book guides are seriously invaluable. Like questions they ask, how you reflect on the material, everything like that is super helpful. I really love delving into these and they always pair so nicely with the book. So I'm always happy to get the book guides, and I would say at least half, if not more, of the value of the CoachCrate comes from these book guides. Not only do you get the book guide and the actual book, you also get a cute little personalized note that I talk about every month. This month, Cassandra says, we are challenging ourselves to get uncomfortable and face rejection. You might face some big resistance, so I want to remind you, you are not alone. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Take a breath and jump in. You can do this. I do always save these little cards. There isn't really a purpose to having these cards and saving them. I just think it's so sweet how she always has them personalized with our name every month. And I like to just keep them kind of with all the rest of the material here. All right, that's it for the kind of work stuff. Now let's actually get into the gifts that are included alongside the book and the book guide. The first one is this pretty journal with a mandala on the cover. And I think it's cute how this color kind of matches the actual book. So they're kind of the same bluish tint here. So that's a really interesting detail that she included. And inside it is just a regular plain lined notebook. And I believe it ties into the content. I think you have to journal, if I'm not mistaken, with this box.
Nope.
So no, you don't actually have to journal this month, but you can use this journal. It says, if you feel burnt out this month, use this journal to reflect your gratitude. And there's actually an online video explaining this journal a little bit more and how you can use it in regards to the theme this month. The next gift I'm pulling out here is a wax and soy oil candle, and it is in the scent lavender. Lavender is one of my favorite scents. It is so soothing and calming. And wow, this smells exactly like lavender, but not like too intense of lavender, just like the perfect amount of lavender. It smells really good. I cannot wait to burn this candle. It is such a pretty candle that I'm kind of like hesitant to burn it because I just think it's so pretty and I don't want to like use it, but I think I will end up using it. And it is a huge size. Like that is as big as my palm, so that's a fair size candle that should last quite a while. The next item I'm pulling out is a cute little bath sponge in this beautiful yellow color here. It feels very, very soft and high quality material compared to what you could get like at the dollar store or something. It feels really nice. And I absolutely love this color of yellow. It is my favorite tone. I also like that they included it in a yellow color just because yellow for me represents happiness and brightness. And I think that that's really important this month as you're dealing with some difficult issues and rejection. So I think this is a really cute little bath sponge and I cannot wait to use it. The next thing that I'm pulling out is actually in a pack of 3 put together. It is the Yogi tea assortment and it comes with a porcelain tea bag holder, which is great. So this is a spot where you can just rest your tea bag after you're done using it, and if you want to reuse it, you can just have it from here. Within each of these tea bags, there is kind of a theme to help you with calming down. So one of them is for immune and stress. The next one is for breathe deep. And the final one is calming. And I imagine that a lot of these teas have maybe peppermint or chamomile, those kind of calming ingredients. Yeah, this one, for example, has eucalyptus, this one has chamomile, and this one has lemon balm leaf, which I have not heard of, but I'm assuming it is quite relaxing. So I am excited to try these. I'm not usually a tea drinker, but I do love the kind of green teas at night that you can have to calm down, like mint and chamomile and those kind of ones, and that sounds kind of like what these are. So I will try these teas out, and if I like them, I might end up buying more. The next product I'm pulling out is by Pure, and it is the cinnamon gum. It says, keep your breath feeling fresh when facing rejection. It helps with one of your rejection quest challenges. We haven't gotten into the quest challenges yet. I'm saving that one for last, but this is kind of an interesting little addition. I mean, I can always use gum, and Pure is like known to be one of the higher quality brands. So that is something I do appreciate with this box. They tend to include really high quality products, usually vegan and organic and those kinds of things. So I think that it's good that they included this. I am a little bit confused as to how it directly relates to rejection, but maybe once you get into the rejection deck, you can kind of see how it relates a little bit more. But regardless, I'm not going to complain about free gum. The final gift before the rejection cards that I will share with you is the Jasmine 7 Peppermint Wipes here. And I believe this is for your feet. Yes, fresh feet wipes. So it's advertised as for your feet, but you can also use them for your hands, I guess. It says clean, cool, and refreshing. And for this gift, it says, nothing like a burst of cool peppermint to get you invigorated to face someone saying no. I think most of these gifts are a little bit like detached from the concept of rejection, although I think it'd be very hard to actually find gifts that fit what someone thinks of when they think of rejection. So in my mind, these gifts are a little bit more about self-care and calming this month, which I think is cool. And I think that this is exciting. I don't have anything like this, like fresh feet wipes or like hand wipes. And again, I said I really like the cool, refreshing, like mint kind of feel. So I think this will be really interesting, and it's great to use in the summer during like a heat wave. If you're feeling really hot, just like pull one of these out and like wipe yourself down, and maybe it'll be really calming as well. Finally, we've made it to the last gift, and I think the last gift is probably gonna be my favorite. It is something really unique to this box. These are the CoachCrate Rejection Quest 30-Day Challenge cards. It comes in this cute little pouch that reminds you that it's for the rejection box. And inside they are these really, really adorable little cards. On the first card, it talks about how you play this game. So they kind of talk about it as a game and a quest and something to achieve rather than like things to do, which I think is nice how they reuse the language to be more positive. So the first way you can play is to pull out a random card every day and complete the task. The second way is to plan out your month and kind of organize which card you will do on which day. There are some rules and some advice. You can also create your own tasks, and it gives you a little bit of guidance on that. But let's get into the actual fun part, which are what's on the majority of these rejection quest cards. One of them says, ask someone if you can buy them a coffee. be sure to ask them rather than just picking up their tab. So I guess the thought here is that if you're asking to buy someone a coffee, they might say, no, I don't need one, or no, I don't want one. So in that sense, you might be potentially facing rejection. However, I think that this one is a little bit easier than maybe some of the other ones that we'll see. If someone says no to you asking them to buy them a coffee, perhaps they don't like coffee, perhaps they've already had one. There's a whole bunch of different reasons you can find. Like asking someone out might be a little bit more of a stretch and you might need to work up to some of the other rejection activities. So let's see what some of the other ones are. Okay, I'm trying to find one that might be a little bit challenging, or more challenging, I guess. Okay, this one, for example, maybe I'd feel a little bit more uncomfortable with. It says, at a flower shop, ask if you can make an arrangement for them to sell.
Wow!
So I think I'd feel uncomfortable with this one just because I have no idea about flowers. Like, I don't know really any types of flowers. So first of all, I would not be confident enough to make a flower arrangement for them to sell. And secondly, I feel like this is something like weirder to ask. Like, I feel like people don't get asked this frequently, whereas like a lot of people get asked if they want coffee. So I think this one would be a little bit more of a challenge for me. So in the month, I'd probably have to work my way up to that one later on. Let's pull out one more just for fun. Let me pick one that I find very, very, very challenging. The most challenging one I can find quickly scanning through these. Okay, I haven't scanned through all of them, but this one's really funny in the sense that I would feel so awkward doing this one. So this one says, ask a stranger if they want your autograph. So obviously this one's like, for me at least, this one's way, way out of my comfort zone because first of all, that implies that you're someone famous and I am not someone famous. So I would have to explain that to them. They'd be like, who are you? And I'd be like, no one really. So I think this one's really weird. And usually you don't ask someone if they want your autograph. Usually you ask someone for their autograph. So this one is definitely way out of my comfort zone. I'd probably have to leave this one to like near last just because it is a high chance of getting rejected and a high chance of having a very awkward situation. Overall, the purpose of these cards, I think, is to get you out of your comfort zone, like she said, and to get you to experience rejection because a lot of these cards, I think, are set up for you to be rejected. So I think it's kind of desensitizing yourself to the feeling of being rejected and getting used to kind of putting yourself out there and knowing that the response might not be so positive. So when you do put yourself out there for something you really want, feeling like rejection isn't so much of a threatening thing. That is everything in the rejection coach crate for this month. Overall, I thought this coach crate was really, really great. I mean, if you watch all my other coach crate videos, I pretty much have the same thing to say each month. Like, I love the books, I love the book guides, the gifts. Sometimes I don't feel like are as relevant, but I still really enjoy them and I use almost every single one. I think my favorite thing are these little cards, despite them pushing me out of my comfort zone. I think this is really unique. You can't go out and buy these. This is just like exclusive to the box. And I think that the idea of them is also really interesting. As it says in the box this month, the next month will actually be the last monthly box that you will get. And the next month's topic is true to you. After this, they are switching to that quarterly model that I talked about earlier. And if you want to read more up on, look at the link down below. I think how I feel about the switch to quarterly is generally positive. When they sent us a survey, I did say that I'd prefer quarterly over monthly just because there's so much to get through in the month. And sometimes you can feel a little bit pressured to get through all the material, and the material is so interesting, you don't want to like rush it. And boxes can start to pile up. Like if you have a busy month, you might not do it one month, and then you have a bunch of boxes sitting there. So I do love CoachCrate and I love this whole system. It's almost like therapy within the group. But yeah, I'm really excited for them to switch to a quarterly model. It'll just be easier to get through all the material, to not feel so rushed, and to get deeper dive into the content. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel if you want more unboxing videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!